Yeah, you gotta bear with me, but it's
No
all
problem.
good and flowing well. Okay, so how you been and how long ago have you stopped playing football because of the coronavirus?
No, I'm living now in Denmark. I don't know if you know that now.
Yes,
So,
your new club.
yeah, the situation in Denmark is okay compared to other countries in Europe. So, of course, we have the virus in the country as well. So it's quite tough, of course. So we stopped football around 1 month and a half ago. I think the last game was this first or second week of March. So from then on, we have only been training actually in small groups of 6 persons, because we can't be bigger than 10 persons with each other. I don't know how the situation is in Malaysia, but here in Denmark, we are not allowed to be in bigger groups than 10.
Okay. Well, in Malaysia, there's basically no training whatsoever. There's just nothing. There's no gatherings for now. Yeah, for over a month. Yeah.
Okay. But if I hear my parents who are living now in Belgium, it's way worse. They can only be together with 2 persons and they can't actually leave the house can only go for shopping and for essential stuff, or you can go for a walk, but besides that everything is closed. So in Denmark, I know now the kindergartens for the small kids will go open. They are open now. So we can see that it's getting better here in Denmark. So we're going in a good way. And I heard they are hoping to play the competition again by the middle of May. So in 1 month, they hope to be able to play the competition again. But it's good news, of course.
Yes, and it's also good news that you're also training in small groups. Anyway, before I start on your career, like, tell me, who are you? Like, Dion Cools? Is it Johan or Johan? And like, what are you mixed with? Everyone's like so intrigued to know you better.
Okay, so the full name is actually Dion Johan Chai Cools. The Chai is actually my mother's last name.
Okay.
Okay, so my full name is actually Dion Johan, so it's the 2 names together. Actually,
so it's DJ.
I make it like this, so it's easier. But officially on the paper, it's Dion Johan, of course. So I think most of the people know my mother. She comes from Malaysia, of course. She's from the region of Sarawak. Okay, so I think most of the people know that in Malaysia. I have a Malaysian passport, so I'm able to come in Malay as much as I want. My father is a full Belgian, so I'm a Belgian as well. So I think I'm officially 50% Malay, 50% Belgian. I was born in Malaysia as well, but I haven't stayed there for a long time. I think the moment I was ready to fly, I was back to Belgium. Of course, my mother ended up here and my father as well. So they chose a life in Belgium to stay here. And besides that, I was born in Malaysia. I've actually been living all my life in Belgium until now. I'm in Denmark. But I have my whole family on mother's side is still living in Malaysia or somewhere in Asia or Australia. So once in a while, like each 2 years, we are trying to fly back to Malaysia to visit them and to gather some people around and see all the brothers and sisters of my mother and cousins. So it's always a quite tough vacation actually at the end of the road, because we are always seeing and meeting people.
Yeah.
But it's always fun to see the family, so I'm happy with that.
And when was the last time you went back to Malaysia?
Let me think. I think not last summer, but the summer before. So it makes 2013. Yeah, should be. Or 2018. Yeah, never mind. So yeah, I think we're ready to go. First we stopped in Singapore for a few days. Then of course we went to meet our family for 10 days. And then I think we took a little rest in Bali to have some vacation, really, just to relax a little bit and sit by the coast and visit some things. So it was a good vacation, and my girlfriend liked it as well. So that's a good point as well.
Happy girlfriend, happy life.
It's love life, yeah.
Okay. So I mean, you've been to Malaysia. It's not like you were born here. So if let's say there's a callback for you to actually represent the national football team, will you be interested?
Of course, I would be interested. Until now, actually, I've never really had an official offer. So I have never had really to make a decision up till now. So until it comes, but of course, I will really consider of playing for Malaysia, because I feel like a proud Malay on one way and maybe also a proud Belgium on another way, because I have the mix of both. So it's nice to have it, but it's nice to feel the support of all the Malays always commenting and texting me and like, come and play for us, for the national team. So I feel the support of this way. So it's kind of nice to have that. But of course, until the moment I have not to make the choice, I don't have to think about it really. So there is no stress for me at this spot.
Okay, but there is, but you're open to it. You're open to the idea, and you were also kind of linked with JDT before. JDT is like the biggest football club in Malaysia, which I think like actually more in the region as well. So how did that come about?
Actually, it's not really like there was something concrete. It's just like Mr. Hugo and the Crown Prince. We were in touch. We have some contacts and on a friendly base. So we are like having a little chit chat here and there. Like he even came to Brussels to have a little talk because he just wanted to meet us, and it was really nice to see. And also spoke with the Crown Prince himself. So it was a nice conversation as well. For sure, everything what he has done for JDT is really impressive. So it's really nice to see it on paper, and for sure I think I would love to see it one day in real life. Maybe I'll go on a visit. That's a plan actually, to go and visit it for sure, because it looks really impressive. But yeah, there is nothing been really spoken about on the football part. It's just more like a friendly conversation and seeing how the situation is here in Europe. So it's a nice conversation here.
Okay, so back to you again. You were born in Sarawak, and then you live in Belgium almost all your life basically. So how many languages can you actually speak? Now you're in Denmark, and how many languages can you speak? I bet you can speak French.
Yeah, indeed.
Indeed.
Yeah, but Belgium has actually 3 official languages, but the two biggest ones are Dutch, of course, and French. I was born in the Dutch region, of course, so my number 1 language should be Dutch, but we are living really close to the border of the French part, so we are coming in contact with a lot of French people. Besides that, my grandfather on my father's side, so the dad of my father, he was actually French speaking as well, so I've learned a big part of my French from him. So my French is on the Belgium level quite good. And then of course my mother speaks English. She can understand Dutch and she can speak a little bit of Dutch, but my main conversations with her are in English. So I have the French, Dutch, English part.
French,
Malay,
Dutch, English, 3.
Yeah.
Danish?
No, Danish is way too difficult to learn. We have tried it, but it will take a lot of improvement to make it better. But it's tough to learn. It's a totally different logical way of thinking compared to English and Dutch or French. So it's difficult to learn.
Okay, and do you know any Malay words?
I know a few.
I bet you can say thank you in Malay, right? You forgot?
I'm so scared to say the wrong word now.
No, you won't. It's fine. This will be edited. It's not live, but yeah. Do you remember?
Dari Makassar.
Yes, it's perfect.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
So there's 4 then. I would say 4 languages. I mean, you know a bit, and of course, if you one day represent the national team, you'll pick up more Malay languages. Of course.
But I know like basic words like chiffon, food to eat.
Yeah.
Chiffon, yeah.
Chiffon?
Yeah. No? Is it eat?
Oh no, eat is makan.
Oh wow. Okay.
Chiffon is like the cake though. Like, that's French, no?
I have no idea. They have always done me this, but no problem.
No, that's makan. Okay.
Okay.
You just joined your club, Midtjylland. Midtjylland, is that how it's pronounced? Midtjylland.
Yeah.
How has it been so far? And this is your first time also away from Belgium, because now you're in Denmark.
Right. It has been a challenge, of course, to leave your own country. So, but actually, so far it's been really great. Of course, the virus is a bit annoying that we can't explore the whole the region and the city, of course.
Yeah.
But it's not that big of a difference compared to Belgium. Of course, there is a little bit more of nature here. It's quite big compared to Belgium. Belgium is very compacted and very crowded with a lot of people. So Denmark is more open, more actually kind of relaxed. So there is actually, if you're sitting here, you don't feel any stress or any noise on one kind of another. So it's quite an experience, but it's been nice so far. Especially the weather has also been quite kind for us now.
Yeah.
But it's a little colder compared to Belgium, so we have to adapt on that a little. But besides that, the team has been also great. There are a lot of nice people, trainer that believes in me, so that makes everything good to adjust. So you know how it goes in football. If you're feeling good with your team, then everything is extra, of course.
What made you choose football?
I think my mother is actually a real football fan. She's a Liverpool supporter.
Oh my God, she is.
Yeah, so
that's nice.
Of course, I don't think they would have forced me to keep on playing football, but I think like when I started to train when I was like 4 or 5 years old, like when I joined the local club, I felt like I was enjoying myself. We had a nice bunch of friends that are still my friends even now. So it's even nice to see that on a young age and until now we are still all in contact. So it was nice. It was pleasure, and there was no obligations of playing the game or trying another sports because I didn't want to play football. So the love of the game was already there at that age. So that's how it started, I guess.
Okay, you said that your mom was a Liverpool fan. So which club do you support?
I support Liverpool as well.
You support Liverpool as well. So we're friends.
I don't think I had any choice at that age.
And does your father support any football clubs?
Nah, not really. He's more from Belgium, of course, for Bruges.
Of course. Yeah.
So I have had the England part was Liverpool, and then of course Belgium part was Bruges. So for the moment it has been a good combination. So it's all good. Yeah.
Hey, are you quite sad that the Euros are postponed to next year? Because I know Belgium has been really shining actually for the past since World Cup and the Euros. They've just really been strong, one of the strong teams. So were you disappointed that you got to wait another year?
I don't know. I don't really know. Maybe if I follow a little bit the situation, I feel like a few Belgian players were a little injured, so maybe it was even better that it's a bit postponed. Right. Of course, everybody will get a little older in the national team itself, but I think they can still play on a good level. So as long as everybody is fit, it's the most important thing. I think Hazard was not really fit to play the Euro. So I think that's maybe one of our key players. So if he's fit, then you make a big chance of winning the cup, of course. So I don't think there's any disappointment, but of course it's kind of strange to see Euros in another year.
And it's basically a blessing in disguise for Belgium, for it to be postponed next year.
Maybe a little.
Yeah, maybe from the injuries
Yeah.
and yeah. Okay, so in Malaysia, it's basically very similar to Belgium. Like we can only go out to get groceries or to the pharmacies, and then it's back home. And there'll be a police everywhere just to check where you're going, just to control and contain the virus. So we have this challenge called Duduk Rumah Challenge. Duduk Rumah means stay home challenge. So I'm not challenging you to do anything right now, but I'm just wondering, what do you do at home if you're not training to just, kill time and entertain yourself?
A few things. I've got a dog who is always asking attention 24 and 24, so that's already one part of it. But I'm lucky. I play golf, so the golf courses are open. The weather is good, so I can once in a while go and play a few hours. So I'm out of the house. Besides that, I'm studying actually now a little bit on my own. I'm studying some finances. So once in a while I try to study some lessons of that. So just for myself, and of course, as a boy, you have to play sometimes on the PlayStation or on some TV. But I haven't been complaining. I haven't been bored actually, so it's good. I've been training actually. When I'm training, I try to stay as long as possible to get into work, but also just because there is nobody or something waiting at home. So it's good to just keep on practicing as long as possible, if it's possible, of course. But yeah, it's been okay here. If we want, we can go and walk. We can drive to a lake. We can do whatever we want.
Yeah.
I think in other countries it's worse compared to Belgium, Spain, Italy. You really have to stay in the house and you cannot go out of it. So the stay at home is not really
No.
Denmark. So
Yeah.
I don't have to challenge anybody, or I don't have to compete at any challenges. So it's good for me.
You're basically blessed. You moved to a country and now actually you can go play golf. You can take your dog for walks. So basically you're not bored. I listen to your activities and you seem packed. It seems like it's packed.
My days look quite full, but the
Yeah.
other way, it's okay. I'm lucky maybe now, but I wish that everybody and the whole world is gonna be active normal, but it's going to be really special because I think the virus is something that will change our lives maybe in one kind of a way. I think people will look at each other kind of different now, but yeah, it's something we have to get through, all of us.
Okay, you said you watch TV shows. What's your favorite TV show currently? If you're following anything on Netflix or anywhere, but yeah.
The funny part is actually I'm not really watching it, but I have watched a few. But my girlfriend is really watching a lot of South Korean series on Netflix.
So do you watch it as well? Well, you're there.
Sometimes I'm joining. I'm like, oh, it looks kind of interesting. So
Yes.
It's really nice because making you feel it creates a kind of emotion of the inside you. For the actors or something like that. You feel bad or you feel good for the person. So you really try to reflect it in your own life. So it's nice to see that they really can play good on the feeling through the series. So yeah, not watching all of them because it gets a little too much, but she really likes it. But, let me think what I'm watching on Netflix. I think it's like all the regular stuff.
Right. But Korean dramas are like so popular in Malaysia as well. And speaking of, yes, you have a girlfriend, but I bet there are a lot of fangirls, girls who are your fans out there, whether it was in Belgium or in Denmark. And how do you, deal with that? Or what was the craziest thing a fan has done for you, or did a fan stalk you or something like that? Any funny stories or embarrassing ones or crazy ones that you can share?
I remember one time when we became champion, we had this parade, of course, through the city, and I had a chewing gum in my mouth at that moment, and there were two girls, let's say at the age of 15, 14, were that crazy about me, I guess. So they like they were just like saying, give me something you have, give me your t-shirt or something like.
Yeah.
I cannot give anything away. They say, yeah, give me your chewing gum. But I had only like chewing gum in my mouth. So they like even kept the chewing gum. But okay, that if they want to keep it, it's their choice, you know what I mean? But I even so later I got tagged in the picture that they took a picture of the chewing gum.
Oh wow! But
it's kind of gross and cute at the same time.
Because they're kids, and it's it's gross because it's chewing gum, but it's so cute because does it make your heart feel like you get flattered when you have like fans who really adore you?
Yeah, I think the supporters in Bruges who we had were really, how you say, die hard. They were really living with the club, so it was nice to see that they were really passionate about it. So if they even want to have a chewing gum, then they're really maybe a little step too far, but it's on the borderline, let's say.
Yeah, it is a bit. But what's your your favorite moments in your footballing career? Memories that you can't forget. Your highs.
It's of course, being champion is always a special, unique experience. I've experienced it twice now. One time, of course, I had a feeling that it wasn't really my title because it was the first year I was in Bruges. I only played like 5 or 6 games overall, so you can't really say you had a little part in it, but it's not like you played everything on a regular basis. But then the second time when I was champion, then of course I played like all the games basically. So then you can like really say, okay, this is a championship you really deserve. Then you really deserve the medal and all the real honor of the champion of Belgium. So I would say this is one of the big moments in life. Of course, also we have our U21 Belgium moments. There were only 2 U21 squads who were able to make it to the Euros or to the World Championships. So we were the third team this last year to make it to the Euros. So it was quite nice to play in Italy, to play the Euros against Spain, Italy, and Poland at that moment. So okay, maybe we didn't win every game, but it was a nice experience to play against all players who are maybe now rising stars, who are now already stars in their clubs from Spain. Let's say Ceballos of Arsenal, who was playing there. So there was nice players to see, and it's kind of experience and nice experience, of course, to be there. Maybe we didn't, like I said, win anything.
The experience.
It's nice. It's something you can say later to your kids, of course, as well.
You cherish forever. Speaking of players that you see, do you admire any players? Who do you admire? And have you ever gotten starstruck seeing a player that you admire?
It's kind of strange to say, but I didn't have really that type of player where I was like, wow. Of course I was like a Liverpool supporter, so I was like, I liked Steven Gerrard, I liked Torres at that moment.
Yes.
And I'm happy now for the current Liverpool squad as well, that they're doing great, that they were becoming champion actually now this year again, after so many years. Okay. But it's not like if I would see anybody that I would say, wow, I wanna see him or something like that. No, I've never really had that in me. But let's say, for me, the best player in the world is Messi. So I think if I would see Messi somewhere, of course I would like to have a picture, but I don't think there's anybody that if I would meet them on the pitch, I would be like shocked at all or something like that. No, I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, because you seem like a really calm person. So yeah, like if it was me, I'd be like, oh my God, it's Messi, but that's me. But I won't ask for chewing gum. Okay, sorry, what were you gonna say?
No, it's just like it's kind of strange, but it's like that. I think maybe because I've played already against some big players, let's say. So maybe you see it more calmly, but it's not like in my room before. I had like several posters of different kind of players, but it's not like one specific player where I was so upset about. That was never the case, so that's good.
Okay. What would you say would be your dream in your footballing career? Like, what's your goal, and what do you want to achieve? Like, what achievement would matter the most to you?
I've always dreamed, of course, first of all, to become a football player. So that's already like the first step in life that I really wanted to take. I think the moment I finished my studies, it was been all in on football. So I've been blessed, of course, that I've made it up until now. But I think the next step I really want to take is to play in a Premier League team. I think that's the league where I think I would fit also, but I think it's also the league where football is really, where it's actually live, where people live for the football in England. So it's kind of really passion there. You see all the supporters, you see all the games. Is something special compared to maybe other countries. So I think I'm pretty sure my dream is actually that I want to play in Premier League, of course. Maybe in Liverpool, maybe one day.
I was gonna say that.
But of course, if I wouldn't say any other team would be great, but I think if I made it to the Premier League, I think I can be satisfied by my career.
Yeah, it is one of the best, and football is basically like religion in England. And with this whole virus that's going on, do you think football will come back the same? Or do you think it won't be the same anymore because there might be restrictions and people can't flock the stadiums anymore? It might be played in empty stadiums, you know, it might be more mellow as compared to before. Do you think it'll come back the same or maybe not?
I think we have to think about the medical part there. I think the day we can find a cure actually to find it, then I don't see any troubles of fans and normal football anymore. I think until that's been actually until the safety of all the supporters is guaranteed, I don't think they will allow to play games with fans. I think if we are being able to play next month again, it will be for sure without fans. And I think the moment they will find a cure to take on the virus, then that's the moment that I think a lot of doors will be opened in all sports and all over the world. I think then our life can be back to normal. I think going to restaurant, having a drink with friends somewhere or whatever, I think it's all going to be kind of strange until we know there is a cure to save it. Then you feel pretty safe actually. Even if you will maybe have it, you know there is something to save you at that moment. So I think that will change our mind at that moment.
What do you miss most? I mean, I know Denmark is less they're less strict with all this movement, but in life in general, with this whole worldwide thing that's going, what do you miss most?
Of course, my parents now. But if you really want to know it, actually, I miss sometimes also the Malay food.
What's your favorite?
I like laksa a lot.
The Sarawak laksa?
Yeah, wow.
Can your mom cook it?
She can, so that's why I miss her maybe. Oh no, I miss her in general as well.
Yeah. Can you take spicy?
I do actually. Maybe not extreme, but I do eat spicy. But when we are in Malay, we like the real ordinary street food and all these kind of things. So really like it there. Maybe we always come with a package of 1 or 2 kilo extra back to Europe. So that's not a problem. But if there is something I miss, it's my parents, my friends in Belgium, of course. But in general, without the coronavirus, I think Malay food is the one thing I will miss the most.
Very lot of people will be happy to hear that. So, Dion, do you have any last words? Do you want to share, or do you want to say, or advice you want to give with whatever that's going on now? And yeah.
I think for all the people all over the world who are going to listen to this, of course, I think everybody should take the responsibility in this matter of times. I don't think it's not fun to have a conversation over the phone. Okay, for us it's different, but imagine we are living 2 houses from apart, and it's not fun maybe to have the conversation now. But if everybody takes this responsibility and think about the fact that by staying home you can save a lot of lives, then we are on the right track. If you're thinking that staying home is kind of a punishment, then you're wrong. Staying at home is doing the right thing and doing it good to save other people's lives, and to have, of course, the respect for all the people who are working in the medical department, who are trying to help all these people. So I think we have to respect that as well, and help those people by staying at home and doing our little job, maybe what we can do, because our little job can maybe help a big thing in the whole world.
And hopefully the world comes back to normal soon. Thank you a lot, Dion, and I really hope that you never know, one day that call might come and you might actually be in Malaysia and you can have all the laksa you want whenever you want.
That wouldn't be good.
Yeah, that won't be good for training. But hope to see you on the pitch soon, and hope to see you when you come back to Malaysia.
Maybe in a year. We will see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stay safe.
Okay. Thank you very much. Take care.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.